British oil and gas giant BP has agreed to acquire a 40.5% stake and the operatorship of the Asian Renewable Energy Hub in Pilbara, Western Australia. The AREH project is being developed by Intercontinental Energy, CWP Global, Macquarie Capital and Macquarie's Green Investment Group. Following the deal, Intercontinental Energy will be the second major stakeholder in the project, with 26.4%. CWP will own 17.8% of the project, with Macquarie Capital and Macquarie's GIG holding the remaining 15.3% share. BP intends to assume operations of AREH from the 1st of July subject to approval. To support the country's vision of being self-reliant in renewable energy, the Ministry of Power and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy have proposed a scheme for the setting up of 3 manufacturing zones for renewable energy and power equipment. The Ministry of Power recently issued the Green Energy Open Access Rules, which can catalyze the transition of small-scale industries, commercial consumers, and large households to green energy. According to the recently released Makam India Solar Open Access Market Report Q1 2022, India added 513 megawatts of new open access solar capacity during the first quarter of the year, registering a 58% growth compared to Q4 2021. The open access solar projects in the development pipeline were at 2 gigawatts at the end of the quarter. With the rising demand for renewables to meet the energy demands across the commercial and industrial sector, the new policy aims to provide the much-needed boost the open access market needs today. As per the new regulations, consumers will be eligible for green energy open access if they have a contracted demand or sanctioned load of 100 kilowatts or more. For captive consumers, there will be no load limitation. The new rule is expected to help more businesses opt for renewables, as the minimum load had to be 1 megawatt earlier. The Central Electricity Regulatory Commission recently granted a transmission license to Khavda Bhuj Transmission to establish the 3 gigawatts of renewable energy injection network at the Khavda pooling station under Phase I. The Commission directed the Central Electricity Authority to monitor the execution of the project and bring to its notice any lapse on the part of the licensee to meet the schedule. Khavda Bhuj Transmission had filed the petition to grant the transmission license to establish the transmission program to evacuate 3 gigawatts of renewable energy injected at the Khavda pooling station under Phase I on a build, own, operate, and maintain basis. As Earth Month drew to a close, the state of California was recently able to produce virtually all of their energy needs from renewable sources for the first time ever. In early April, the state achieved a new record at 97.6% renewable power, and on May 2nd they were able to reach 99.9%. On May 8th, the record was broken yet again, with 103% of the state's power needs being met by renewables for a few hours. This landmark moment highlights the viability of renewable energy on a large scale, proving that governments of all sizes have the capability to invest in our planet. If it were an independent nation, California's $3.14 trillion economy would be the 5th largest in the world.